Alrighty, good morning. So as you have probably seen, I've already eaten three? I think I only had 2 meals so far. 2 meals today. I am just heading out to grab some stuff for a family member. And then I've just been like trying to hammer down a list that I have of stuff I want to get done today. I already just updated my resume to have that ready just in case, I don't know, an online job becomes available during this outbreak, because EI is not looking promising. Like, I'm gonna get it, but it's only, well, I will most likely get it, but it's only 55% of your pay, and that just won't do. So I did find 2 jobs that I applied to, but I'm assuming that during this craziness they're probably not hiring right now, which makes sense. But I figured just in case, might as well. I found something on a government website too, but like, I don't know, it wouldn't let me create a login no matter what I did for the password. And then I tried calling and obviously the government lines are like really overrun right now, so picking my battles. But yeah, there's some other stuff that I have in the works that I just want to kind of work on my computer today, so I'm gonna go home and do that once this is done. I'll show you this spaghetti squash dish I made last night. Oh my gosh, so good. I used to, when I was like originally 210 pounds, I would make this dish all the time. Not exactly how I made it last night. I used like a lot more vegetables back then, and I would make it in bulk. So I think, I don't know, I'd get a bigger squash, I think, because this one ended up only being 2 servings worth, because I had 1 last night and then there's enough left over to make today. But I'll show you that because it's really low cal, high protein, and so good. Like, I mean, I like the taste of nutritional yeast, and at first I didn't, so maybe it's something you have to get used to. But that's always something you can substitute out if you're okay with dairy. Yeah, so I'm gonna go get the things I need to get, and then I'll touch base with you guys in a bit. Okay, so I just got back home. The grocery stores are a lot less packed, which is good. I got the essentials that my brother asked for and dropped them off outside his house. They're not accepting cash at every register anymore because of the news that keeps coming out about the virus as they learn more and more about it. So it's like mostly just debit and credit. And then, what else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I went to the bank. And I made an appointment with someone tomorrow because they're completely busy today, and the bank was honestly like very busy. Anyway, I think I need to eat because my brain isn't like functioning as fast anymore, so clearly by that sentence. So I'm gonna go inside and make that dish I was saying earlier, the spaghetti squash, which I'm not sure if I explained it earlier very well. Like, I used to meal prep in bulk spaghetti squash with a bunch of vegetables and sauces. And I forgot how good it was until last night. So yeah, I'm gonna go do that. I'll show you that, and then I'm gonna work on some stuff on my computer. It doesn't look as appetizing as it tastes, but trust me, it tastes really good. I just discovered that my microwave has a melt butter function. I've never seen that on a microwave before, so I thought that was pretty cool. Anyways, I'm just melting some butter right now. Normally I make oatmeal cookies from scratch, which that's a video I could make if you want to see that another time, but I wanted to make these quick as a little surprise today to bring with me. So I just picked up this package. It's like oatmeal cookie mix, so it's super easy. It's literally just frying this with water, butter, and then I'm going to top it with cinnamon eggs because they were on sale at the end of the aisle, and I thought that would just make them a little more fun. So I'm just doing that really quick. I already have the oven preheated, and once the butter is melted, I am gonna whip them together. But I will let you guys know how it goes. Hopefully there isn't food in my teeth. Oh my gosh. Okay, so the oatmeal cookies I just made are so good. At first they were really crumbling. I wasn't sure they were gonna like stay together, and they kind of are falling apart. But I put the mini eggs in the middle, and I did the second batch and just threw it in the oven now, but I added some maple syrup to it. So I feel like that's gonna even taste better. And I did add cinnamon. And this is way faster. Like, doing it from scratch takes me so long. This took me like, what, 20 minutes? I'm not sure, but like way faster than making it from scratch. I'll show you what they look like. So the second batch is still in the oven, but these are the ones that just came out that are so good. They are like you'd have to be careful when you pick them up, and they are still warm, but the other ones kind of ended up being smaller because I didn't have as much of the dough left. But I just added some maple syrup to them, and oh my gosh, the batter was really good. So I feel like they're gonna taste even better than these ones. So quick update, adding the maple syrup to the mixture, I had to cook it for 4 or 5 minutes longer. I don't know, however long it took me to run from turning off my timer to going back to the kitchen. So hopefully they still solidify. I'm sure they will, but I did keep them in the oven for another 4 or 5-ish minutes because when I took them out the first time, they still looked goopy. I think that's the right word. And yes, I am still gonna track it. I'm just gonna put in an oatmeal cookie, but like I am tracking my food right now just because even though I made that regard on like my wow, I look really orange right now. Sorry. Even though I made that regard on how when I was like stage ready it wasn't healthy, and I still love my body the way it is now, I do still want to be a little bit leaner for summer, just like a personal goal of mine. So I am tracking my calories right now, and I've made sure to update them now that we're quarantined because we're not moving as much. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is I am tracking my food right now because it's making me feel like I have some sort of control when so much is out of my control right now, and it just holds me accountable to make sure I'm not snacking all the time, and knowing when to know I am full, even though I have felt a lot fuller from not as much food since I started at the office because I'm just sitting all day, and I'm so used to having jobs where I'm moving all the time. So yeah, I want to make sure I'm hitting my protein because I know my workouts are very different than what they have been, and I don't want to lose muscle mass as much as possible. You still do end up losing some of that when you're on a caloric deficit, but that's okay. So yeah, I am still weighing my food and tracking everything right now the best that I can. And the oatmeal cookie, of course, isn't going to be an exact measurement. I could kind of figure it out if I took all the ingredients and figured out the measurements, but it would take me like 2 hours, and one oatmeal cookie is not the end of the world. So I'm not going to stress too much about that. I'm just going to find a generic oatmeal cookie from President's Choice brand and input that along with a few mini eggs because I definitely snacked on some of those. There are still ways to hit your goals right now. I know it's a lot harder to stay motivated with everything going on, but just use this opportunity if you are wanting to stay on track to find workouts to do at home. Oh my gosh, there's so many on Instagram right now. I know some people are annoyed by it, but I think it's pretty cool. And you can still hold yourself accountable. Like, it's honestly still a matter of whether how bad you want to make that goal or not. Because if you have food available to you and you're in a position where you can be tracking your food, might be different, honestly, if you're trying to gain weight, because grocery stores being limited and going out not being encouraged, that's different. But if you're trying to lose weight, in my opinion, like personally, with the food I have, or even if I didn't have the food that I want to have right now, there's still ways to track your food, to be in a caloric deficit, and therefore to be losing weight. So obviously, if that's not your priority right now, that's totally fine, but I'm just saying, if you want to, there's ways to do it. So that's my little note. Anyways, I am going to pack up the cookies once they're cooled off and head to my boyfriend soon. Okay, so I'm in Innisfil now. I just wanted to talk about something really briefly. I've been listening to a lot of Sam Harris podcasts, and they are very informative. Highly recommend. One thing he was talking about was meditation, which is something that really impacted me today personally. I've tried out meditation multiple times. I'm definitely no expert, but anytime I do attempt meditation, I feel so much more calm, and I feel like I am way more in control of my emotions than when I am not trying it. So if you haven't tried it, I highly recommend giving it a shot, even if it's just trying some yoga. And then at the end today, like for myself example, I ended up I can't remember if I was lying down or sitting, but I just like stayed with my eyes closed longer and just focused on that relaxed feeling and just tried to hold on to it. I find that that has really helped me throughout life, not just in this current scenario, with when I'm in stressful situations, being able to just take a breath and instead of reacting right away, making sure that I'm being mindful about how I'm reacting to my emotions, because it's important to acknowledge how you feel, but then to be intellectual about it in a way that you don't need to respond to how you feel right away. You can process it, acknowledge it, and then once you're done with it, just let it go. And that's, I think, going to be really monumental for me throughout this entire thing. Obviously it's stressful, and a lot of people are going to have anxiety. I personally have struggled with anxiety throughout my life. I find exercise has been the best way for me to get rid of my anxiety, along with not drinking caffeine. But meditation has definitely helped kind of combat that anxiousness that I feel, and like hard time I have breathing sometimes just from stress. So yeah, I highly recommend. There's lots of videos out there. Like I've only tried it once, but one night I couldn't sleep and I put on this like I think it's called like I don't know, I typed in something like sleeping meditation and I was asleep within like 15 minutes. So YouTube it again, or listen to a podcast or just some relaxing music, and comment below if you end up trying out some meditation, or if you find any links that you personally like. I'd love to check them out, especially if they're yoga related. I am trying to work on my flexibility, and if I can also improve my meditation while I'm doing it, that would be awesome. Thanks for watching though. I don't think I'm going to vlog for the rest of today because I am out to see my boyfriend and I just want to de-stress and just enjoy some one-on-one time with him. So I will talk to you guys later. Please like this video. I know it wasn't, if you do like it, very interesting. I didn't do a lot today, but if you like it, give it a like, a thumbs up, and subscribe if you want to see more content, and please comment below anything that you'd like to see from me.